Hello.
Hi. In the last video, we talked about bug attributes, but we think that the most interesting question actually how to find the bugs.
Yeah, so let's discuss how to detect bugs, how to detect important bugs, and where should you look for them.
Yeah, and we collect for you the best practices about the bug hunting.
Yeah, so let's consider them just one by one.
And the first one, post bugs as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's always a good practice. You found a bug, so just post it practically at once without delaying it, because you can forget about this bug, and this is very important to provide particular steps to reproduce. Maybe you will miss some detail that's going to be very important, or maybe you will distract it by meeting and so on. So post it at once.
Absolutely. Or maybe you can find more interesting bug for you and
Yeah.
forget to post this one, but all bugs you found should be posted. The next point is root cause analysis, very important.
Yeah, you should not only identify what the bug, yeah, what is it, but you should also at least try to find out the reason of these bugs in the code maybe, or at least to find out is it like in one module problem, or maybe this is the interaction between modules and so on. So modern testers are required to perform this kind of analysis.
Yeah, you can use log of your application or dev tools, and this is like a myth already that testers, functional testers, shouldn't know the code of application. But actually, the more technical skills you know, the better bugs you will create.
Yeah, testing web services, API testing today sounds like, okay, this is so usual.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And also, you can describe found bugs in a better way and talk to with developers with on the same language to explain the bug.
yeah, that's always very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. But going to the next principle, remember always about testing principles.
Yeah, it's not just like theoretical rules, so you've learned them and forget about them. No, still, remember that your idea is not to post 1 million bug or to find all possible bugs. That's just impossible. Remember, exhaustive testing is impossible. Or moreover, if you think that if you found 1 million bug, if you exclude all the bugs, it will make your product like the most successful in the market. No, the absence of like functional bugs is not a guarantee of successfulness.
Yeah, absolutely. And also here we can advise you not just posting a bugs that you found already in the application, but maybe thinking about some improvement of your application to avoid appearing of bug in general.
Yeah, one of the idea of testing is also try to prevent future bugs. Again, testing principles, keep it in your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. But while posting the bugs, don't forget about test design techniques we already learned.
Yeah, again, they are very helpful at different stages of software development life cycle, software testing life cycle. Remember that you can use state transition matrix or decision table for analyzing the requirements, and you can use equivalence partitioning to perform and boundary value analysis to perform important like checks in the application. Try to use appropriate test design techniques. Again, that's very important point.
Yeah, and absolutely. And here you should, when you post in a bug, you should specify exact steps to reproduce this bug. And sometime it's you need to increase your steps steps. Sometimes you need to like reduce the amount of steps you done according, for example, with your test case. So you need to perform exploratory testing to use these test design techniques, or testing type is the same, to find appropriate steps of your bug.
Yeah, do not be afraid to use experience-based, test design techniques, error guessing, and so on. So apply all the knowledge of test design techniques while searching for new bugs.
Absolutely. And maybe this is a general rule for each situation for testers. Stay sharp.
Yeah, do not lose your attentiveness. Even when you're performing regression testing, maybe it can seem to you that, okay, this is just a regression. I've made it like 100 of times, and this is still no failed test cases and so on. Still remember that some new features were implemented, some new blocks maybe were added, some bugs were fixed, and so on. So do not feel relieved. Still stay sharp all the time.
Absolutely. And if in your project you need to verify your application on different platforms, for example, on different browsers, don't think that if there are no bugs in Chrome, there will no bugs in Firefox, for example. So in every platform, you should be attentive and verify all checks like you do this first time.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Yeah, so this was about best practices, but also we have a question where to look for a bugs.
Yeah, so where to apply these best practices
Absolutely.
actually?
And we should start for sure from the requirements.
Yeah, requirement analysis is like this is the best about early testing. Again, testing principles, not a theory. The earlier the bug will be found, the less costly it's going to be for our customer. Some illogical moments, some incompleteness, some maybe complications with understanding, that's all should be removed at very early stages, starting with the analyzing of the requirements.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one also of main part of activities of each tester. For sure, a lot of bugs can be in new features.
Yeah, this is always an area to be searched very attentively because this is like the first steps in this application. Your like potential users do it. It is expected that at particular in new features you will find some bugs.
Absolutely. And for sure, the next place of finding a lot of bugs, it's an integration with third party. It means other applications or other features.
Yeah, integration is always like an area to search for bugs. Even if again, if it is a new feature and it was integrated with old features, integration is always a place where you should be very attentive and to look through all possible scenarios.
Absolutely. And the next thing, when your developer change code, but there is no like updates on UI, you should verify this part of application or this feature as well, because there also can be new bugs.
Yeah, absolutely. And the next step is to take into account who is working on coding. Please always take into account human factor. We all are people. We can make mistakes. So if you know that a new or maybe less experienced developer was assigned to create new functionality, so stay sharp with this functionality. Or maybe you know that particularly this developer tends to make some kind of mistakes. So actually you will try to find these mistakes. So use your previous experience and expect some failures from junior developers.
Yeah, absolutely. So be sharp and hope this video was useful for you. See you.
Yeah, stay with us. Bye.